What's good? It's the FKOP here coming at you with another video. And today, we brought y'all another special build. We got the peanut butter Lucci build. You know what I'm saying? We got Lucci type removal in this build. I've been working on this deck for a while now, and I'm still not 100% with it, but I do like how it's performing so far. So now we're gonna go ahead and get into the deck list and show you this iteration of the peanut butter Lucci build I got going on. And if you like content like this and you're an RP Luffy fan, that's my main lead, make sure you drop a comment down below, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, man. Let your boy know what you think about this build, and if you're trying it out, if you're testing it out, let me know what you think. So without further ado, let's get into the deck list. So here we go guys, peanut butter Lucci build. So first off, we got a lead, of course, peanut butter Luffy. So we still want our ramp pieces, of course, just so we can ramp to our geckos and some of our other bigs as quick as possible. So we still got our ramp pieces. We still got 4 Black Marias. It's a 2K counter and also a ramp piece. So you do want to see her in the opening hand if you don't see your other ramp piece. We got 4 of the Frankies. This is a standard card for the RP Luffy list. This helps us cycle through our deck, get our minus cards, get our pop cards, whatever we need. This helps us cycle through and get to that. It's also a good card to play off Gecko. We got 4 of our Ronozoros. This is another ramp piece right here. This is another card you want to see in your opening hand. It is a brick, unfortunately, but it's a good ramp piece, so you got to play it. We got one of the Kados here. This is just another form of removal. Also rush. If you combo this with some of our other minus cards, you can hit any card in the game, pretty much, as long as it's not prevented by KO. You can hit any card in the game. We had 2 Brooks in here. I added the Brooks because I am playing another card that you'll see as I get into. Brook minuses 1 and pops a 0 cost or less character, and it's on play and when attacking, so it's a card they have to worry about once you play it out off Gecko Moria or one of my other cards I got later on in the build. So it's a great card all around. In this build you want to play it. We got 2 Surus, so 2K counter. Also comes up to play it where you minus 2 to your opponent's cost. So it's a great 2K counter and also a good minus card. We got 3 of the one-legged soldiers. I'm still going back and forth between 3 or 4 of these because it is a good card to play off Gecko Moria. They have to attack it, so it is a pseudo blocker. If they don't attack it, then you can hit some big bodies on board with some of your removal. So it's a great 2-cost card. The only reason I don't want more of them is because of the other card we're playing. You'll see in a second. Speaking of which, let's get to that. We got 2 Rebeccas. Rebecca is the reason why I'm playing the Brooks and a couple other cards you'll see down the list. She also helps us recycle back our Sanjis. So she helps you get your pops back to keep recurring your pops, or even recurring one of your 2Ks. You do play a 2Ks, you can search back from your trash. So she is a great card all around. She also can play some of the other cards we got from hand once you play her out. So she's a good card for Gecko Moria. We're only running 2 of them though because we don't want too many of them, and we do have ways of cycling our deck and get to them. So there's that as well. We got 4 of the Gecko Morias. You got to play 4 of these. This is how you recur your your bodies, your minuses, whatever. So you got to play 4 of these. One of the best black cards ever created. We're running 2 Sabos here. So since we are running like a Lucci type build, I wanted a card that does something similar to Lucci. And Sabo here, when you play them out, you may trash 1 card from your hand. You can kill one of your opponent's 5 costs or less, and up to one of your opponent's 3 costs or less. So if you have, let's just say you happen to have like one of the minus cards, you can hit higher cost bodies with this, and it does remove 2 bodies. Lucci removes 2 bodies, this removes 2 bodies. The only difference between Lucci and this is you can't play this off Gecko Moria Spandine combo, but you do You do get to pop 2 bigger bodies with this card, and it's an 8 cost 9k attacker, so it's a bigger body on board, at the end of the day. So it's a great card. Gotta run it. We got Who's Who. You got 2 Who's, 2k counter. This also comes up to pop a 3 cost or lower character. With some of your minus cards, you can hit a 5 or a 6. Certain other cards, you can hit 8 cost, So it's a great 2k counter, and you can also recur this back with your Rebecca if you need more 2ks. Or if you want to pop another, like a blocker or something the next turn, you can add this back to your hand. We're playing 2 of the Hinas. This is a, Don minus, or not Don -4, I don't know what I'm thinking of. Thinking of purple, but anyway, you give -4 cost to one of your opponent's characters on play. This is a great card to play off of Rebecca. You can add it back from the trash and play it off Rebecca, off of Moria. You can play it off just Moria straight up if you don't have Rebecca. It's a good card. This combo with some of our other removal, you can hit pretty much anything in the game, which is great. We got 2 Helmeppos. This is a 2 cost 1k counter. Give up to one of your opponent's characters -3 on play. This comes up to play off Gecko. You can combo it with the Gecko Rebecca, same way you do in Lucci. With Hina and this card, even if you don't have Rebecca, you can Gecko Moria into Hina and Helmeppo, and that gives -7 cost, and you can hit any character in the game with your top knots, which we are running 4 of, by the way, just a spoiler warning. We got 4 of the Sanjis. Pops a 5 cost or lower if you have a 6 cost on board with your lead effect, or if you have a Gecko Moria on board, it's free. So gotta run 4 of these for the the Lucci removal build. We got 4 top knots. I was going back and forth between 3 and 4, and I think I like 4 better just because with top knot and your removal cards, you get cheap removal. Yeah, you're not establishing a body unless you're playing like Who's Who, or just if you're playing like Hina or something off of it, then you can establish a body and remove a body. But it's still a great removal card because it bottom decks, so they don't get to see that card no more, which is great. So 4 top knots. We got 4 Gum Giants. This helps you cycle your deck, so we're running 4 of them just to help us dig for a removal. The trick with this deck is you want to keep your hand size big because you do run low on cards using your your removal and all that. So want to keep your hand size big. And last but not least, we are running 4 Ice Ages, and the reason we're running 4 is not only is it good, decent trigger, but it also helps us clear anything in the game with our removal that we have. With top knot combo with top knot, you can clear 9 cost. So just 1 Ice Age and top knot, you can hit a 9 cost. Any 9 cost in the game for 3 Don is great. Great Don efficiency. With Ice Age and Who's Who, you can hit 8 cost. With Ice Age or double Ice Age into Sabo, you can hit a 10 drop. You can hit an 8 drop and a 5 drop, or you can hit a 10 drop. With double Ice Age, you can hit a 10 drop and an 8 drop. So you can clear 2 big bodies off board with 2 Ice Ages if you do happen to have them, which sometimes you will, sometimes you won't. With Ice Age and Kaido, you can clear anybody. With Ice Age and Brook, you can hit any 6 costs. So there's plenty of combos in here to get rid of cards. Like I said, I'm still perfecting this deck, but I do think it's pretty fun right now to play with. We do have a good bit of bricks. Got about the same amount as Lucci averages. I think they average around 24. We got 4, 6, 10, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 24 bricks in this build, unfortunately. But Lucci runs 24 bricks and they get away with it, so I don't see a real issue with it. We are cycling through our deck a lot, so that is a plus. And let's get into the gameplay, man, because I'm excited to show y'all this deck. And if you do see some different cards, like I said, I've been testing this deck for a long time. I probably got like 10 hours of footage on this deck, so bear with me on that. I can't always show you the gameplay of the perfect build, you know. But either way, just know that the cards that I replaced them with cards that do like similar things, but it might have a 2K counter or it might have a 1K counter basis and not having no counter. But every card I replaced with something similar that does almost the exact same thing. It just might have a counter, or, you know, or something better in that aspect. So without further ado, hey Brooke, drop that beat. Alright crew, first game here, we got us a Red-Yellow Sabo. This gonna be interesting. We definitely want to mulligan this. We don't have really any ramp. I don't see why I would keep that. Yeah, I was about to say we don't have any ramp. We got 4 bricks in hand, which is unfortunate. But Red-Yellow Sabo might not have no rush card, so we might get lucky. Let's see how it goes. We do got to run a Zoro ramp piece. Top deck of Rebecca. We're probably gonna play our Zoro out next turn. See what he attacks for here. Revealed and drew a koala off the search. Attacking us for 5 here. Should just counter out. Probably want to counter out, yeah. We'll counter out one of them. Either way, we're not gonna take both of them. There's no way. Counter out, yeah. Keeping Rebecca just in case. I don't know. In case I want to recycle back a 2K or something, but I had to play Moria out. In case I don't see Moria, so we'll keep her just in case. We're gonna go ahead and play out both our Rona Zoros here, just to go wide on the board to help us deal with them gaining life every turn. Because Red-Yellow Sabo likes to do that. He gets a trigger that lets him draw 2 cards, which is unfortunate. You know how yellow is with them triggers, man. You like that. But we're set up on curve to pop anything he can play pretty much right now, which is great. Not only are we going to establish another body, we'll be able to pop anything he plays, which we'll probably swing first just to see if he gets any triggers out of life that can play. So next turn, we have 7 Dons, so probably 5, 6, 6. Play Sanji. I'm going to counter out with a Rebecca here. We didn't see any black 2Ks that we can add back anyways. I think we only played 2 of them. We'll swing 5 here, 6. 6, and then we should swing another 6. If he takes, take or counter out. He takes. See if he plays anything. He does get a character. He gets a little Karasu dude, but we don't care about a blocker. We're just gonna pop his Ivanko. That way he can't get an extra body on board next turn. He plays out Koala, takes another life, and then plays out another Koala -2 on my Zoro. I don't know why he did that, but he did. He probably could have just attacked into it and would have got it anyway, but hey, I guess. And then he attacks it with his lead, which is a mistake. He should have just attacked it with his Bello Betty. But hey, to each his own. I'm probably gonna swing a lot of damage here and then leave some up for Gum Gum Giants. And he quits right here. That's as you can tell, he's only got 2K counter in hand, and then he's got a 1-drop. I don't know what this 1-drop does. Maybe it's a 3K counter. I don't know. But he wasn't gonna get any more bodies on board really, and was about to be able to attack for a lot here. Probably was gonna be like 7, 7, 9 probably, which would have probably cleared his blockers and got a life. So I mean, either way it goes, you know, quick game. You have them sometimes. Let's get on to the next game, crew. Alright crew, we got a Ploof Dog here. In this build, you see I got Piranha in hand. I did switch the Piranhas for the Hyenas, just because Piranhas minus like has too many restrictions, and I found that I wasn't getting the minus off a lot because they was like down too many cards in hand for my constant attacks. So I took her out and switched her for the Hyena. So just replaced the Piranha with Hyena. I was only playing 2 of them. Simple fix. Everything else I have in the build still. So we just played Brook on curve here just because I know he doesn't have much removal, which will help us remove anything he plays pretty much with our minus cards that we have, which is good. He plays out a Mr. 2 right there. We're at 5 done now, which kind of sucks. But he does have 5 cards in hand, so we actually can play our Piranha out in this situation. And Hina actually minuses 4, so she's actually better than Piranha. She just doesn't have a counter, unfortunately. So, you know, it is what it is. That's going to allow us to swing for 5 with Brook and KO the Bot and Clay. And then we're going to swing for another 5, trying to get more cards out of hand. And we do get a Sanji. It's great, it's great. We'll be on 7 Don next turn. So we will have enough to hit a 7 drop if we want to. Well, actually we still can minus with Brook too, so we can hit it up to an 8 drop if we save our Brook here, which we should. Yeah, save our Brook. I think here I think he's got like 9 done. Yeah, playing out Charlotte Lin, which is unfortunate. He's gonna either bottom deck or top deck our Brook. Yep. Unfortunate. We're on 7 done. And we can only drop the Lin to 2 and get the Sanji on board, so we can't do that play neither. We're probably gonna just swing here for a lot. Just what I would do. Just swing like probably 8 and then 4, which would be 9. So 8 and 9. Yeah. Swing 8 and 9, try to get these lives out that he's gaining. Uh, 8 and 7. Oh yeah. So we're gonna play 8-7 and play out our one-legged soldier. Makes sense. So if he does play another Lin, he's gonna have to put that on life if he wants to. If he doesn't want one of his big characters to get hit, and if he leaves it on board, then one of his big characters will get hit. So we're 2 steps ahead of myself. You know what I'm saying? It be like that, man. I be thinking different live, man. I be thinking different. I don't always make the right play, but hey, sometimes the right play is just right. Probably gonna put our one-legged soldier here, which is incorrect. I would do the Piranha for sure. I mean, yes, one-legged soldier's gonna get rid of a body, but Piranha's gonna be able to swing at you and get life potentially, which is worse in my opinion. But hey, it is what it is. Can't really remove anything here. I don't think we have anything in the grave for, yeah, we don't really have anything in the grave for Gecko, so we'll just, yeah, ramp and play out. We're at 8 done. Probably should just swing a lot again, like, go 9. Just swing 9-9. We got 4 life. He's got 3 attacks next turn. We got 4K counter in hand, and we know for a fact 3K counter in life. So yeah, just swing 9-9. Why not? Got to get that last life out. And he counters out of that. So now I'm thinking he doesn't have the Gum Giant, because he did have 1 Dawn up there, which is another reason why I swung 9. I didn't want him to get out of it for free. Kills up Piranha here, which is good. So now we'll be able to play her off the Gecko Moria. This is a situation where Hina would have been better. This is why I said when they're low cards, Piranha is useless. We do get the top knot, which is cool. He plays out the Rush Luffy, which is annoying, but it's cool. We do get the Hina in hand. which is great. We should be able to get rid of one of his bodies here and attack for a good bit. Let's see how we do this. Probably gonna play Hina out. I think this is when I was testing Hina to swap her out for Perona, and she did come. I happened to come in better for me here than Perona. I did just replace the Peronas with Hina, and then I put another 2K in her spot. See here what we do. Play the Hina out. We're gonna minus the big Luffy, which makes sense. He does have the most attack. Probably put one on lead. Just swing 6/6 and then play out Sanji to pop him. That leaves us no Don up. Yeah, it don't matter. We'll leave one Don up maybe. Play swing 5, swing 6. Leave one Don up to bluff Gum Gum Giant. See what he does here. We got 3 attacks. We got 2 2Ks in hand and a 1K and a 2K in a life. I don't think he'll be able to kill us this next turn unless he does have some kind of magical rush. He does have a Gum Gum Giant, unfortunately. That's good. Let's see what he does here. He's digging his deck. He's digging for his deck. Got 2 cards in hand, so our Perona is a dead minus card in hand right now. She is a 2K. That's probably the only reason I like Perona over Hina, is just because she is a 2K. It's her minus is too conditional, especially when you're attacking them for a lot. And he's trying to take my body out, so I'm gonna save that here just so he has to attack into it with one of his bigger bodies, which is cool. Then I'm gonna let that go, and then he only gets 2 attacks max into life if he does have a big body to play. And he plays a Luffy Taro, which is a mistake if he doesn't play a blocker with it, and he didn't play a blocker with it. So that being said, we got 10 Don and a lot to think about here. So could go for game, or we could play the safe route and play a blocker out. Gecko into a blocker maybe. Do we got a blocker in grave? Please check grave. I don't remember what's in there. Yeah, I told him thinking. Checking grave. I don't have a blocker in grave. Perona's not gonna do me no good because, you know, he doesn't have 5 cards in hand, unfortunately. Brook does nothing for me here. Probably should just swing as much as I can, leaving 4 Don up. Play the Frankie out and then do the minus. Yeah, that's the best option I can see just off top. Yeah. So swing 7 here. See what he does. Put 1 on, swing 7 here. Just swing 7. Thinking here, no, we're gonna swing 8. Oh, so we'll swing 8 and 7. We'll swing out of sequence. We're gonna see if he had 2 2Ks there to save. And bam, play out. Frankie. Probably should get rid of the Sabo here. Sabo, just in case he plays a blocker on the next turn, so we can finish him. We're getting the 2 Gum Gum Giants, so we just put 1 on and swing. We're Gucci right now. I don't think he can kill us. He goes down to 0 life, which is perfect. So far, so good. Being able to, you know, apply a lot of pressure to him. He has to worry about these bodies on board. If he just goes for my life, he has to split his Don perfect or he loses. And he's just swinging 9 in at life. It's not going to be enough. Probably just ditch the top knot at this point. We save enough bodies on board. If we don't use our blocker, I mean top knot or Moria. If we don't use our blocker, we save enough bodies on board, we will be able to kill him no matter what. And so, see what he does here. He's going attacking the life again. He's swinging 7 here, so that should just 2K, 1K out right here. Okay, 1K. Gum Giant, the next attack, if it's not 9K or higher, more than likely. It is 9K. Should take. Probably should just took that instead of risking it. Hear me out. I take that. He can swing 9-9. But I can counter out of 9-9 because I'm gonna have a Toy Soldier 2K in hand. Swings 9, I just block out of this one and then take the next one. So it still works out, but yeah. Or I just take that one, it doesn't matter. Either way, he didn't establish a blocker, he didn't leave one up for Gum Giant, so that cooked him there. And either way, we had a lot of damage coming in. He had no blocker, so it is what it is. Let's get on to the next game, crew. Alright, crew. We got us a Dolphy matchup here. You know, one of the top decks in the meta right now. Let's see how this goes. We got us some ramp in hand. We got us some minus. Dolphy usually keeps a big hand, so Verona will work most of the time in this matchup. Unless they just start spamming their little Blackbeard Marshall D Teach play, but you know, see how it goes. Probably gonna just go play a Rona Zoro out, swing 7, then next turn we'll probably play a Brook out, KO the Sengoku just to remove that off board. Yeah. Probably swing first and then do that, but you know what I'm saying. Or whatever he plays. Could just top knot it. We do got a top knot. He plays a Boa or a Jinbei. Bottom decking Boa or Jinbei is never really a bad thing. This build has a good matchup into Dolphy. Just because you're got a lot of removal for small bodies, you know. Smaller bodies can't really handle this deck. Like Sabo alone applies so much pressure against this deck, so. See what he got. He plays a bow out. Now I'm thinking I'll probably just bottom deck the boa. Just counter out here. We're not gonna take life too early against you know, Dolphy. Plus we want to set up for a Gecko Moria we have in hand. I'm gonna swing first to see if he wants to give me the block. Most time they won't block the first hit. I'm leaving a lot of Don up, so he might think he's got a bigger hit coming to block out of. Which in all reality, I'm just gonna bottom deck his card right after this, so he should block the first one. But more than likely he won't. Alright, so I could play this out, and then I'll have enough to play the Brook out to KO the Sengoku as well. Swing. 25, see what he wants to do. He counters out, and then we'll play the Brook out and KO the Sengoku. We're looking good right now, we're looking good. Now we should be on 8 Don our next turn, and we should be able to do a Perona play just to minus anything and KO it with the Brook, which would be great. If he doesn't return it to hand. That's what I'm peeping in the grave and checking. Yeah, okay. If he keeps 5 cards in hand, we should be great. See what he does. Let's see what he does. Being 7 at my body on board. Playing the law out returning our Brook, just kind of annoying. But we should have counted out right there with a Black Maria and the Brook. That way our Gecko Moria play does the same exact thing and it removes the law. But we didn't, so that's unfortunate. Probably should just play out the Frankie here and the Brook, just to establish more bodies. I don't know why I swung 5 first. I should have just put 1 on. Yeah, I should have put 1 on. Actually 2 on. Should have swung 7 there, played the Frankie out. And I would have gained 2 dime back, 1 rested, 1 active, and played out the Brook. Yeah, that would have worked. I would have got more pressure off, but I mean, I guess it's just one to establish some bigger bodies. But if he's got Red Rock here, this could hurt. Just Red Rock in my Moria would be unfortunate. Yeah, we definitely could have removed that law off the field. Would have played it right. Yeah, we do the Frankie play first after we attach the 2 dime and swing just in case he hits a trigger. And that will let us get 1 back. We'll have 3 dime left. The turn, play out our Brook. And we still establish 2 bodies, and we also swung for 7k. And we have Gecko Moria set up for the next turn with Brooks to KO anything. Yeah. He did play another law out, which would have returned whatever, but it's still fine. Because he couldn't return our Gecko Moria. Right there, we're still going to go Giant and put our Brook in the graveyard. We got 2 Frankies in hand, which is pretty cool. Got a Sanji, which can KO anything he's got right now. That's good as well. The good thing about the Dolphin matchup is you don't really need your minus cards that much, so that's good. You could just use them for counter. He played out a lot of bodies right there. It's 3 bodies in 1 turn, which is good, but he does only have 3 cards in hand now. So, there's that as well. We draw into a Hina. Play the Frankie out, discard the Hina probably. Bam, bam. Put 1 on. Pop a Djembe or a Law. Doesn't matter which. He's 6 into life and then 9 into his body. And we're still at 4 life. We established a blocker, and we got 3 big beaters on board. And he's down to 2 characters now. And we got decent counter in hand, 3 2Ks. We're not looking bad at all. Not looking bad at all, crew. We're not looking bad at all. His deck list is pretty fun. You can run the Piranhas instead of the Hinas. Or you can run both if you wanted to cut something else. But I still like I like the Hinas over the Piranhas, to be honest. Just because you can get that minus anytime and it's 4, so. Only perk about the Piranha is you can also hit a card from hand, which could come up too if you didn't have anything to pop. Like this matchup, hitting the card from hand wouldn't be terrible. He plays out Jozu here, which is gonna return one of our cards. Surely he doesn't want to return our Sanji. It's gonna give us another pop. So yeah, he returns our Frankie. It doesn't really matter what he does here. He's not getting my bodies off board. If he goes 7, if he goes 6, 7, that's straight too. Let's see what he does right here, crew. He's taking a little while to think. It's understandable, you know. I got some big chunky boys on board. We do got some minus. We got, what is that? She's a -3, which can minus the Jozu down to 3, and then Who's Who to pop the Jozu, which removes his 7k body off board before he can attack with it, which is good. I'm gonna use the Teach to spam out another body. This guy is flooding the board like every turn, so you know, can't say he doesn't have bodies on board to do what he needs to do. I'm just able to remove his bodies every turn, so that helps. Looking at me for 8 here, I probably should just 2k. Not using the Who's Who just because I need that pop. And I just take it because I do want to do the Who's Who combo, which makes sense. We do got Rebecca in here now, so if we can get her in the grave and Gecko Moria, that would be good as well. We can play Rebecca out, add the Hina, play the Hina, which is another good combo. That'll -3, establish 2 bodies on board. Actually 3 bodies because we're gonna play the Who's Who out to pop. Play the Hina out, minus the Jozu. Play the Who's Who out, ditch the Ronozoro, one of our bricks. Pop the Jozu. And swing 5 into Jinbei here. He gives us counters, and that's cool as well. He gives us a counter out of his hand. We'll swing 6 into the Jinbei here. Can't counter out of that one. We'll swing 9 into life. We'll get him down to 2 life. We got a blocker now and a shit ton of bodies on board. And we still got a good bit of counter in hand as well. So we're not scared by any means of losing this match right here. This next turn. We get to block a free attack. He has to have the law to bounce. Alright, Rebecca here, if he wants to do anything. But he's still giving us the extra 1k in hand, which is still just as good to me, to be honest. Especially with that, you know, that Gum Giant hand. But we're in a good position here against this Dofi player, who has been spamming the board, no lie. He hasn't been seeing too many of old girl, but hey, either way, just because he ain't been seeing boas doesn't mean anything, because I have been removing his characters. I could have just removed the boa just as easy. You know, there's that. He's putting 1 on law. Swinging into my Sanji here, which is crazy to me. Should just Frankie counter. I don't know why I didn't Frankie counter there. Just 1k. Guess maybe I'm saving him to play him out if I don't kill him next turn, which is crazy. I don't know. Me, that looks crazy right now. What is he doing? Oh, he returned my Rebecca. Okay. Play Jozu to return my Rebecca. None of my big bodies on board, why not? I mean, I guess it really doesn't matter. Like, any situation, he's cooked either way. No matter what he does here, he's cooked. Yeah, do Teach. Put 2 on Dofi, swing, do whatever, it doesn't matter. Cause what happens here, if you kill my Sanji, I could just Rebecca, add it back to hand, put 1 on lead, pop any blocker that you can play, if you do play a blocker out. I mean, either way, you're in a bad position. Swinging at my Sanji here, like he's playing another law out to return another card, and that's cool. You just gave me a card to discard off of my Gum Giant for free. Appreciate that, buddy. and you still got to worry about a lot of attacks coming in, and he's just swinging 6 in, and we should just Frankie out. Damn. Now we should just swing as much as possible and leave 4 up for Frankie. Do the same thing. I'm just thinking here, you know, I'm still figuring this how to play with this deck. I never played Lucci or anything, so crafting this deck did take some work. We're just gonna swing 5 in. He's only got 3 cards in hand. See what he can do. We probably just clear up his board if anything. Why not? He has to give us counter here though, either way, so or take. If he takes, we can go a lot in. See what he does. He took that. Should go 9 in first, to be honest. We'll go 7 in. If he counters out of this, I know I can kill him. Just mathematically. There's no way. And he just gives up there because he knows, you know, it's over with. That's it for, you know, the PB Lucci build. I do got a lot more gameplay on this build, but I don't want to, you know, have this video go on too long for you guys. So as always, like I say at the end of my videos, if you want to see more gameplay on this build specifically, I have literally hours and hours of gameplay, and I can throw together more videos down the line. And I did hear you on the other videos that y'all said y'all want to see more of, and I will be dropping that, you know, as I get around to it. I don't want to just drop the same thing back to back, you know, so I got to give you new content first, and then I recycle, you know, more gameplay of older decks and older builds. I mean, they're all still new, but they're older to me just because I've tested so much with them. But hey, if you like content like this, make sure you hit that like and that sub button, and until next time.